every now and then there's something that's like kind of big that I want to talk about, and then I'm like, ooh, maybe not yet. And then I have to do a video, and I'm just like trying to not talk about this one thing for like a whole half hour. And sometimes it just gets really boring, and sometimes it just drives me to think up something interesting. I can talk about Supergirl though, because I don't think I mentioned that. Uh, but I there's a thing going on. You know, the people who watch my videos a lot might know that I'm getting into DC now. You know, I've been watching a lot of Justice League recently, and I'm keeping up with the Flash and DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and they're doing a big 4-day event thing where they take all four of their shows. So Supergirl, then the Flash, then the Arrow, or I think it's just called Arrow, then Legends of Tomorrow, and it's all one big story. It's coming together and it's super cool. And I'm like, that's cool as shit. So to prepare myself for that, I decided that I would just binge the entire first season of Supergirl so that I can watch that one. Because it starts with that one, you know? The whole thing starts with Supergirl. I don't care as much for Arrow. I saw a few episodes like years ago when my sister got into it. I wasn't that interested. And I'm not that interested now. Just because I saw, you know, I saw the crossover episodes, and I understand his character, and I don't like his character that much. I mean, it's probably a good show, but I don't know. There's way too many seasons for me to try to catch up now, so I just don't fucking care. So when that rolls around, that's already going to be the third part in the whole big thing. So I'll just, it won't matter as much. But yeah, so I'm watching Supergirl now. And at first, I didn't like it that much. And I still don't think it's as good as Flash. Maybe it's about on par with Legends of Tomorrow, especially the second season. I'm not liking the second season of Legends of Tomorrow as much as I like the first one. But I'm about 7 episodes into Supergirl now, which is cool. And I mean, like, I'm not paying that much attention to it. Like, The Flash, I fucking watch. Legends of Tomorrow, I watch as well. I pay attention. Supergirl, I'm listening, and my eyes are flashing back and forth between the screen and my phone. So I'm not completely watching it. Not as much as I would like shows I'm really into. Like, if I watch House of Cards, I have to fucking watch it. I have to pay attention to everything that happens in that. If you don't pay attention to everything that happens in House of Cards, you're gonna miss a lot. Because it's all about, you know, the talking and shit like that. Same with Mad Men. Mad Men, I won't distract myself when watching that. I started watching that, by the way. Because that's a great show, but it's all about the characters and their interactions and all that shit. And if you miss, like, you can just miss a few seconds, and then just everything from then on will be really confusing. So I always pay attention to that one. And then other shows I just really like I'll usually try to pay attention to Justice League just because I really like Justice League. Sometimes I'll be grinding with the auto team when I watch Justice League. But that's, you know, I won't be like staring at the screen or whatever, like I'll do, you know, other shows. Like, other shows I have specifically there that I like, I just have them for, like, grinding shows, like Bob's Burgers if I'm feeling like I want a cartoon, just because that's, you know, it's just a fun comedy thing. Frasier as well. I watch a lot of Frasier when I'm grinding, and rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Sunny has replaced my Frasier for now, because Sunny is always just ridiculous and off the top, but I really like Frasier too. So that's cool. Now we break. Now we stop. We're gonna stop. And those of you who don't know why, go watch the old videos, man. I explained it like 20 times. Oh, goodness. Oh, shit, what, 2 days left in the thing there? Is that what that means? 48 hours, is it? Yeah. That also gives me a good idea of how long this video is. And that's great. But yeah, 2 days left. So, what? So tomorrow, Right, tomorrow will still be this event, but the next day won't be this event. And for how well I've done in this event, it's been alright. The rewards, I want another Yggdrasil. I don't remember what she does. Off the top of my head, it's probably not that good, but I still want another one. And I have 2 ultra rare Liliths. But one of them was a reward, and the other one was amalgamation. So she won't be 100% perfect, but if I can't get 4 more, but who is that? Barbados? Is it Barbados? I think it's Barbados. I mean, I'm going to check in a second, but I'm pretty sure it's Barbados. If I can't get 4 more of her, the super rare that makes her, then I'll just have to use that other ultra rare when combining and get an imperfect one. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to I'm going to be able to hang inside the 2000s and still get the bewitching attire. I remember that. I can remember bewitching attire, but not. Okay, so it was Barbados. Isn't that what I said? So yeah, we're looking at Barbados. And then, yeah. So I get, if I get, my mind went off on a little thing there. Yeah, so if I get 4 more of those, then I can get an absolutely perfect, Lilith, which is great. I'm just trying to think how much time I still need to spend within the, okay. So in 10 minutes we go back to doing the bingo battle. But yeah, Supergirl I like. Supergirl, actually, just like, one of my absolute favorite DC characters just made an appearance in that show, and then it just became, like, the best show in the world. Right? It just solidified my interest in it. I won't say who it is because it's kind of spoilery. But I will tell you that one of my favorites popped right in there. I don't think I've ever said who my favorite was. I may say it sometime in the future, and then if anybody, you know, still remembers this, then they'll remember what I'm talking about. But by then it won't matter. But no, Supergirl. Still, yeah, I really like the show. Kind of, I guess. It's weird to say I like it when I just admitted to barely paying attention to it. But, you know, I'm listening. I know what happens. I'm very good at multitasking with these kind of things. So, playing other games and shit. But no, it's good. It's a good show. I don't know. I think, like, for most people, it's not going to be as good as, like, Flash or Arrow. I'm pretty sure, like, the general ranking is like Flash, Arrow, Legends, and then Supergirl, probably. I know, like, my sister's boyfriend, who I've talked about before, he's really into DC and shit. He doesn't watch Supergirl, but he likes Arrow. And yeah, he does watch Legends as well, and Flash. I think he watches, like, all of those except for Supergirl. My dad watched the first season of Supergirl, but he hasn't watched it since they changed stations, I think, just because, like, they changed the day to a weird day, and he's just like, no. I think is what's happening. I may convince him to watch it just now because I'm watching it, if that happens. But, yeah, what am I talking about here? Supergirl still? DC? Yeah, all the new DC shows. They're great. They're great. They're cool. Like, CW is having more fun with DC's properties than whoever the fuck's making their movies right now. Is Warner Brothers still making their movies? I know they made a lot of the animations, right? Warner Bros. Did a lot of the animations for DC, and they're fucking great. DC has a great animated series. But I don't know who's making these new movies, because they suck, you know? Who's the guy that writes them? Who's the, I should know the writer's name. just because I heard a lot of people talking about it at one point. Because there's this whole Nerdwriter video about him. Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's been directing the movies, and Zack Snyder's a terrible director. There's a fantastic Nerdwriter video about that, about how he makes moments and not scenes, where he just like tries to build up and make these really awesome looking things, but there's no substance behind them, and there's just like nobody gives a shit about anybody, or just like the audience doesn't care for anything that happens in the movie because there's just like no reason for them to care for anything that happens in the movie, so they're bad movies. Zack Snyder can go fuck himself. Zack Snyder, if you're listening, what you want? I don't know you, but you're a bad director. I haven't seen many of your works, but you're a bad director because everybody tells me that you're a bad director. Who's the... Like, I don't remember anybody who works on any of the DC shows, except for, like, there's one name that I just looked up 10 minutes ago, because, like, the first name that pops up in the Supergirl, and it intrigued me because it was the guy who does the music. The first credit at the end of the Supergirl show is the guy who does the music. And I forgot it. I remember Grant Gustin though. Grant Gustin is the actor who plays the Flash. I don't know why, but that name always pops out to me when they show it, because they show that in the beginning, and they probably show it at the end too in the credits. But when they're just going through the stars, I remember Grant Gustin and Carlos Valdez. Just those names pop out to me for some reason. Nobody else. I don't pay attention to any of the other people. But I like Grant Gustin and Carlos Valdez. Grant Gustin, probably because it's alliterative. And Carlos Valdez, maybe because they both end in S's. You know? Like what I said yesterday about Stella's Ruins. That's why I like it. I keep thinking about the thing that I said I wouldn't talk about. And this is always gonna fuck with Dave, but he knows about this thing already. I don't know if he's smart enough to put together what the thing I'm not talking about is. He may be able to from past conversations. But I mean, just from this video, I haven't given him enough hints, but, you know, all the things I've talked about today, he should be able to figure it out. Either way, I keep going through the little things in my head, like, oh, the thing I just mentioned could be related to the other thing that's kind of big, but, oh, I decided not to talk about it, so I'm not talking about it. Oh man, I know I'm going to talk about it, just not right now. I gotta have some build up to it. But as you can see, you know, I've been working on some of the shit. That's almost done over there. These guys, what are these guys at? 5 and then a bunch of 3s. And let's pop in the gate here. And then 4 and 3s. So I've been working on the storehouses for the gems, because I don't need to work on producing the gems right now, because the gems are being produced, but I'm not using them. So my goal is to increase the storage of them, so that I can just have more when I need them, which I don't at all right now, because the only thing apparently that they do is I gotta do these too. Yeah. I'll do that eventually. Unless I can... No, can't. Of course not. But again, the only thing that gems are useful for, to the best of my knowledge, is LRs. So I'm gonna, you know, work on increasing the stock limit, and then just collect these when I collect them, and it'll probably be full by the first time I get an LR. Which, I mean, will be in like 3 days, you know? Assuming... Well, no. It'll be more than 3 days, because in 3 days there'll be a new event. I don't know if I'll immediately get an LR. It may end up that it'll be like a fucking what do you call it? Like a ranking reward kind of thing, or something that's, you know, really difficult to get. So I just won't get it until like the end of the event, unless it's like a really quick event. I don't know. They still set up that whole fucking abyssal arch. Like, we have to have the abyssal thing, right? We have to have that next event because I have all that shit prepared for that, and they said it was coming. I did not pay attention to the dates on when that was coming, but apparently it was coming. I should really look at the news. There's a shit ton of news. Oh, there was a bug. I think I knew about that. Alright, whatever. Head start. Second Abyssal Arch Witch. End of November. So that's probably next event. Or even later than that. Because it's like halfway through November. Oh, invaders are gonna have shit too. I didn't realize that. That's weird. Because they had this list, but I don't remember this list. I think they changed it. So now they're the invaders ones too. So these guys are still, you know, the thing hasn't come around. So these guys, all my Hungiers and my Volts are still good. If I get my hands on a few of these, which I have, why is that like, who is Rangrith and Rathgrith? I don't know. I know who Lilith is. Gulveg is the big one. Barbados is, yeah. Lilith, I'm probably going to end up with a Bewitching Lilith, and probably only one. If I'm honest, I'm gonna get the Bewitching Attire. I'm gonna get a Bewitching Lilith. It all depends on how. If I get 4 more Barbados, then I will have 1 Bewitching Lilith and 1 regular Lilith without a thing. Turkey Girl, I remember she was in Summon, but who's the other chick I got from Summon? I feel like it's the Rand chick, right? Rathgrith. Who the hell is Randgrith if there's a Rathgrith? Would it be in... No, it would... Rand... Oh, they're different people. Is it Randgrith and a Rathgrith? Oh, one of them has the one wing and the other side... They're like completely different people, but like... She lost her wing. She lost a wing. And her feelings, apparently. No longer an angel, so now she's a warrior. And she lost a wing, and now she's an advisor. But they lost their wings on opposite sides. So they're like kind of connected, but not. They're like connected in a cosmic kind of interesting way. Like they weren't like the same person who got split in two, and each one of them has a wing or whatever. They're just different people, but they both. Like, they lost a wing, both of them, so they have that little connection there. And they also have really similar names. Which is cool. I don't know if there's any sort of special thing there, but, I still need another Mochizuki. I don't, well, I don't know who I would put a ultra rare, Mirror Maiden into. You know, like, I haven't really given it much thought either. I narrowed it down to like a list of 10 that I would be comfortable with doing. But I haven't given it much thought. Because, you know, like, this whole team's all fucking jacked up GURs, and this works pretty damn well. I can't think of anybody I would replace out of this, so then I have to think about the other teams I use, which would be the ranking teams. And the ranking team, it's probably got to be Siri. It's probably got to be Siri, just because everything would be better in that scenario. Holy shit, this is not going well. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna flee. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna sit around. We can't reach 9s. We weren't getting any freezes. We would have died within like 5 turns, and we probably would have came to almost 9's damage once. This is good. This is a good start. This is a very good start. You know, 1... Hey, check that out. Look at that. 2... Oh, boom. Alright, now I'm fine. I was doing the counting kind of thing, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna hold on to that for now, though. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna test my luck here. It's a bad idea. It was a really bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. I should have used the other thing first. Alright, well, we're gonna get one little pop in there. Hey, check that out. That's good. It's not a special area, so there's no... Or no, it's a light area, my bad. It's not a dark area. We did get 2 buffs, so that's... No, ooh, that's gonna do really close, but not... If she had an attacking skill, that would have done a lot. I wonder if Zero has higher attack than Alchemist. She may. I don't know now. Huh. Just thinking now. There's like... There's a thing I want to check. I guess not. Yeah, because the buffer and the... I thought that was still the Alchemist Unleasher. Because then I would have been able to say that, you know, like the... I still have like 2 Alchemists in both of my my best teams. I don't know why. It's just that popped into my head. For some reason... Because I don't know, I saw that I had 2 Alchemists in that team, and I was like, doesn't my other team also have 2 Alchemists in it? Is that some sort of significant thing that we can have a little thing about? And then I was also like, it doesn't, does it? And then I didn't want to say anything about it until I actually checked it, and I was wrong. Because I changed it, and I didn't remember changing it. This is the wrong team. She's got an attack all. They probably all have an attack all. So we'll just kind of... I know she does. And these 2 are... What? No, she's not new to me. I don't remember what her skill is, but I've seen her before. I've seen her, I've seen her other form before. That's cool. Can we get... Hey! I'm gonna let this one end now, because it looks like we're losing, and if I end it now and I start producing, then I may be able to come back in the end, at the very end, and that'll be cool, probably. For the past few days, the videos have been going on too long, and then the production, so I would actually just miss the other half of the bingo button. So I'm going to end this video now. Take care of yourself.